welcome to my wrap up of Monday Night Raw. I'd literally just finished watching it about an hour ago, give or take, because I've been all over the place this week. Don't really know where I am at the minute. Obviously, most of you will know who subscribe to the channel that I've been in Liverpool, Merseyside for the last 2 days, following the Mighty Reds, which I thoroughly enjoyed up the Reds. I'll tell you more about the trip as well. Can I just first say before I start, thank you to everyone. Let me just sort the camera out a little bit. Just thank you to everyone that's followed me the last couple of days. Well, literally followed me and also watch what I've been doing. It's been really cool, the reaction to it. I think we're getting towards sort of 18,000 views from the last excuse me. The last time I looked, with all the footage that we've got from Anfield, obviously when Liverpool played Barnsley, and then I did various bits and pieces in Liverpool the next day. I will regale you with a couple of stories because it was a bit of an effort getting home last night. But yeah, just thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everyone that left comments. Everything basically. It was honestly, it was such an awesome 2 days. No offense to my birthplace of Leeds, but I am actually slightly gutted to be back, to be completely honest. But no, it's fine. I'll be back up in Liverpool probably for the Legends game in about 9 weeks, 8, 9 weeks, something like that. So not too long. But yeah, basically for those of you who are tuning in for wrestling. Oh, and by the way, as per usual, this will be on YouTube podcasts and it will be on YouTube video, basically, which you can listen to as a podcast if you're not actually watching it with your headphones, obviously. So that however you want to watch it is fine. Yeah, basically, long story short, because I went to go to the Liverpool game, that threw out Monday Night Raw, which, sod's law. The one time Raw and SmackDown are actually on at reasonable times for those of us in the UK, because obviously SmackDown was from. Where was SmackDown from? Was SmackDown in Germany as well? I can't quite remember actually where SmackDown was. Obviously, SmackDown was sort of 8 o'clock like last week, and then Monday Night Raw yesterday was from Dusseldorf in Germany. And obviously, because there's not a massive time difference between UK and Germany, I thought to myself when it first got announced, I was like, "Oh, brilliant! Get in! I can do like a watch along after Monday Night Raw." Only to then discover that I had booked tickets to see these lots, which coincided with the same time that Monday Night Raw was going to be on whilst I was watching Liverpool Football Club. Hence why I've had to basically do the live now, pretty much. I hadn't even watched Raw or heard anything about it because I've been going around Liverpool all over the shop the last 2 or 3 days. So I've sat down to watch it this evening. Got some thoughts. I didn't think. In fact, I'm just going to get my notes up, guys. Those of you who've not watched me before, basically out of sight, where you'll see the glare in my glasses, there is a lovely little laptop with my notes because I can never remember everything that actually happened at Monday Night Raw or anything else for that matter. Yeah. So in terms of getting into it, I thought Raw was all right. I thought it was very much a show that you do in Europe. Basically, you let the crowd get over with the football chants. We had the Hey Bailey, and like the hometown people, obviously Gunther being not German but Austrian and living in Germany, and you had the Ludwig Kaiser things as well. So you kind of cater to your audience, and I very much thought it was one of those. If you actually strip it all back, the matches were okay. I didn't think there was anything sensational that I watched in terms of match quality. I thought in saying that I did really enjoy Gunther versus AJ Styles. I thought that was an absolutely fantastic match. To be fair, yeah. So I'll get into it. Basically, Monday Night Raw started off with Rhea. I was going to call her Rhea Sky then. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, excuse me, basically coming out and challenging like everyone in the women's division, the women's tag team division. Can I just say as well, fair play to Triple H and fair play to WWE. What they've done with the women's tag team division the last couple of months has been absolutely brilliant. I love the fact that you've got all these really talented girls now in like a tag team division, because beforehand it was absolute like dross basically. But I mean, just off the top of my head, you've got what, the Kabuki Warriors, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. You've got Bailey and Lyra. You've now got Roxanne and Liv Morgan. You've got Lash Legend and Nia Jax. There's someone else in the Kabuki Warriors, obviously. You've got Sol Ruka and the other girl's name, whose name I can't forget. They were in a tag team a while back. But yeah, no, the point is that there's loads and loads of different like female tag team matches, and I'm there for it as well, because obviously it helps with the women coming in as singles, because if you can keep Rhea and Io together, for example, it allows you to have a Becky Lynch or a Bianca Belair or whatever, or a Blake Monroe when she eventually turns up, in the singles match, which is good, which is fine. And obviously, you can mix it up and this, that, and the other. But yeah, so shout out to WWE for that. That was really, really cool. Let's have a look. Sophie, hey, hi Sophie, you're all right. Am I from the UK? I am. Yes, I am from Leeds in England, in West Yorkshire. But I'm also a Liverpool fan. Not that that has anything to do with anything. But yeah, I like the way that Raw started. So basically, long story short, the Kabukis, Bailey and Lyra, Liv and Roxanne, and Rhea and Io all ended up in a mass brawl. And then basically that was done to set up the fact that there was going to be a number one contenders match between the other three tag teams. Obviously not Rhea and Io, because they're the tag champs. And I thought it was a really good way to start off Raw. Really, really enjoyed that. I really, really like Io and Rhea. I know they're going to have to separate at some point, because obviously they are going to want to be individual champions. But I I would just like to keep them like that forever. I'm sorry, I just really, they look so cute. Not like that because I'm not, definitely not like that because I'm like literally like twice their age. So, but yeah, they just look so awesome together and stuff, and I really, really enjoy it. Um, Shout out to Liv Morgan as well. I tell you what, since she's come back, she is on a tear. That woman's work is absolutely fantastic. Mic work, presence, cadence, match quality. She is absolutely cooking at the minute. Um, what I mean, I'm going to sound like an old man now. What a superbly talented young woman Liv Morgan is. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy watching her. Yeah, after that, let me just have a look at the notes. So you had the AJ Styles promo for the Gunther match, I think it was. Then you had Javon Evans coming out. I did like the way they did this. It was, first of all, I do like Javon, and I think they've really got something there. He does look like he can go places, because he kind of looks a bit like a, I don't mean this rudely, like a jokey wrestler, not a comedy wrestler, not like Santino or anything like that, but someone that you can have a bit of fun with. But I reckon there's probably a bit more to him than that. You've stripped down his layers, and I definitely think you could. I'm not saying world champion, but at the end of the day, the guy's what, he's literally just turned what, 20, 21. I mean, he could literally be in the ring for the next 30, 35 years if he looks after his body and keeps himself healthy and avoids the temptations of the road, shall we say. I think WWE have got a really, really good talent on their hands. And he faced, is it Ryo from the El Grande Americano stable? And obviously, Javon gets the win. I did love the fact that they just referenced El Grande Americano apparently has American. El Grande Americano actually has German relatives in his. That was just like that was a bit. It was a bit on the nose, but it was incredibly funny. Obviously, everyone knows El Grande Americano is actually Ludwig Kaiser. I felt a bit sorry for Kaiser, to be honest, because he was more or less acknowledging that he was more or less acknowledging that it was him, but at the same time, like obviously he couldn't really acknowledge it that much because obviously the gigs. Like, look, everyone knows it's Ludwig Kaiser underneath the mask. I'm just hoping that we're going to get resolution to that soon. I know Chad Gable's been putting in the hard effort in the gym and stuff because he's been posting on his IG and stuff like that. I'm assuming he's going to be back probably what Royal Rumble. Maybe he's going to be one of the 30 entrants. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised at all if what we're looking at is El Grande Americana being in the Royal Rumble, and then maybe one of the spots is Chad Gable comes into the Rumble, like who the FEU basically, and then Chad ends up like getting Ludwig into a submission and then pulling the mask off, and then we all go, "Oh my god, it's Ludwig Kaiser!" Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it kind of needs to come to the end because I'm not a massive fan of the whole Americano thing. It was quite funny at first, but I mean, guys, seriously, this has been going on for nearly a year. I think Chad Gable first went to Mexico in that promo segment. It's got to be, what, a month before WrestleMania? So if it does go all the way, then you're talking it's been a year's worth of storyline. I mean, it does need to come to an end for me. And what's going to happen with American Alpha? Obviously, you've got the tag team lads, and you've got Ivy Nile, Chad Gable, and now you've got Ludwig Kaiser, and they've kind of interacted with the Judgment Day as well. I mean, what are we doing? Are we eventually combining all these people? I don't know, but yeah, I would like it to end at some point. Yes, you had the number one contenders match for the tag team match. Liv Morgan and Roxanne win that. I thought the match was. It kind of lost me a bit halfway through. I was expecting it to be really, really good. It was good. Don't get me wrong. Let's have a look. Hulk Hogan. Liv Morgan is cute. Couldn't possibly comment Hulk. I am literally like twice that young lady's age. How to put this politely? What I would say is when I was 24, I would imagine there's a world where I would agree. Put it that way. Yeah, I thought the tag team match was okay. It was like it. I just thought it was going to be a lot better than it was. It got really good when Oscar basically cleaned house and basically destroyed everyone at the end. And then the last 5-6 minutes was really good. I just thought it could have been a little bit better, but it was still a decent match to be fair. So we're getting Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez against Rhea and Io Sky, which I think they said is going to be Saturday night's main event, because apparently we've got a Saturday night's main event. I don't think it's this weekend. I think it's weekend after this. So, what's Saturday the 23rd ish or something like that? I'm assuming it'll be free to air on YouTube as usual. So I'll probably do like a watch along or something for that as well when it comes along. Excuse me, swig of water, as Stone Cold would say. Yeah, before that match as well, though, there was the promo with Liv Morgan basically dressing down Finn Balor because he was just sat there playing computer games, and Liv basically went mental with him, like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, I'm playing computer games, what's it look like I'm doing? And she's just like, we're all trying to win titles, Raquel's trying to win her title, we're trying to win the tags, McDonough's injured, blah, 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 and what are you actually doing? And then Finn turns around and says, you keep watching, I'll show you what I'm doing. And as it turns out, what he was doing was interrupting CM Punk. So Punk basically comes out about, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour into the show, whatever it was. Cuts a promo basically saying that he's done with the Vision, which kind of, is he really done with the Vision? I mean, I wouldn't say it's gone on that long with Punk and the Vision, because obviously they had Punk and the Vision with Seth Rollins. Oh, excuse me, my laptop has just decided to die, which is not helpful. There we go, got it back. Yeah, so obviously they've kind of had that with the Seth Rollins incarnation of the Vision, but this stable of the Vision is in with like you now with Theory and Logan Paul. I don't think it's been going on for too long. So I think that's probably a bit of a swerve. I think basically they'll probably end up going back to Punk and the Vision, because I thought the idea would be that Punk basically had to run a gauntlet, so he's basically going to have to take on Theory, he's going to have to take on Bronson Reed and Logan Paul, beat them all up, up until the Royal Rumble. Maybe one of the matches at the Rumble, because obviously Punk won't be in it. Well, unless he loses the title. So I'm assuming that there'll be a World Championship match. Maybe, because obviously Balor's now going to face CM Punk, which is what I was getting to. But presumably Punk will be facing someone on the long lines of, I don't know, maybe Bronson Reed. That could be a good match. Maybe Logan Paul. They're running back again. But yeah, that's for another time. But basically, Punk was cutting his promo. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting my notes because I've been put on blue screen, which is not helpful. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. And then Finn Balor basically comes out and basically it wasn't like a stellar promo or anything like that. It was just like, I'm going to challenge you in my home country of Ireland. And they did that with Becky Lynch as well. And it was kind of like when you watch him when you're British, it's just like, oh yeah, let's say all these people are from Ireland. And it's like, well, to the best of my knowledge, Finn Balor and Becky Lynch are both from the Republic of Ireland, but it was kind of like Northern Ireland just got chucked under the bus, basically, and they were just like, oh yeah, they're Irish, blah blah blah, and just say they're from Ireland. It's like, dude, they are two separate countries. But anyway, regardless, yeah, I thought Finn's promo was okay. It seemed like it was thrown together a little bit. Look, I am really excited because I I love Finn Balor, and I've been asking for this for ages and ages and ages. I would actually like Finn to split with the Judgment Day. Personally, I'd like him to go back out on his own as maybe a few outings with the Demon, and I'd like him to go back to how he was. You know, when he came out when he had the black coat and he had the entrance and everything. I miss that Finn Balor. Obviously, the fella's in tremendous shape. He's only just turned 40s. He's got the best years, potentially the best years of his career ahead of him. If Finn Balor needs to be in the World Championship conversation, not just a one and done against CM Punk. This guy is like a sensational wrestler, and he should not be anyone's lackey in a stable. And I know it's all based around Dom Mysterio at the minute, but obviously Dom's now had that ridiculous injury that he's had. So I think if they are going to throw at the Judgment Day, I think it needs to be Finn Balor. Personally, I would just put Damian Priest back in with the Judgment Day. I'd just put Dom Mysterio in charge of all of it, have JD and Finn basically split up, and then Balor goes off to the Judgment Day, and then he just spins off on his own, which I'm guessing is probably where they're going, maybe. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look. Dean. Hi, Dean. Do you watch anime? I do watch anime, Dean, when I get some time. Not all the time. What was the last anime I watched? That is a very, very, very good question. The last anime I watched, and it did kind of a cheat this, but was the Ultraman series on Netflix. Me and my son watched season 3. I think it was about 8 months ago, 8, 9 months ago, because we'd seen the first 2 seasons. For whatever reason, we just didn't get around to seeing it. So that's probably the one I've watched most recently. About 5, 6 months ago, I started watching My Hero Academia. Watched one episode. Thought this is really, really cool, and I haven't watched it since due to like work, boring adult stuff, and rubbish like that, basically. So yeah, no, not too often, Dean, but whenever I get a spare bit of time, I'll always watch a bit of anime. I used to watch the back in the day stuff, like I've got the original Ghost in the Shell from 1995. That's one of my favourites. Akira is my favourite, well, anime, manga, whatever you want to call it, like of all time, and I don't think it'll ever be beaten, to be honest. Well, it's one of my favourite films of all time, anyway. What else? I used to watch Vampire Hunter D. I think they had a TV series and also a film. Kind of got into that for a little bit. What was the other thing I used to watch back in the day? I quite like that Lara Croft anime. That was quite good, but I stopped watching that a while ago just because I ended up like back on football and wrestling, this, that, and the other. I've watched something recently. I can't for the life of me remember what it is now. Uh, No, it's completely gone. I have watched Ghost in the Shell, the TV series, so the one that they made about 10 years ago. I forget what it was now. Oh, that was the other one, Death Note. I watched the series of that, um, don't know, about 10, 12 years ago or something like that. So yeah, I do watch it whenever I can do, mate. But yeah, basically. Not so much at the moment. Yeah, so basically, long story short, CM Punk and Finn Balor are going to be wrestling in Northern Ireland, not in Ireland, on Monday Night Raw, which would be really awesome for me because apparently, I think Raw's meant to start at 8 p.m. UK time, which is good because I'll be able to finish work and then watch it straight away with my lad, and then I can. I really wish this computer would stop going on, and then I can do like a live reaction on the day because I can never really do a live reaction unless I've got a day off. Um, which is why I'm gutted I missed Raw, but like obviously I'd already bought tickets to see Liverpool play Barnsley, and I can't really skip out on that. I need all that money to watch Monday on Netflix, basically. But yeah, have a look. Hey Jordan, how you doing, mate? You all right? Yeah, so we've got Roxanne and Liv Morgan who are going to be facing Rhea and Io Sky, which will be I mean a week on Saturday. I'm to be honest, I might just watch Saturday night's main event the next day because I have stayed up to watch a few of them, but like basically, guys, I'm getting old. I can't keep like having 2 or 3 hours sleep like to watch pro wrestling, unfortunately. So this is kind of why I would do like live reactions like the day after. Let's have a look. There was the bit with Raquel Rodriguez. I thought that was a strong promo. I thought it was really, really good. Basically trashing Steph Fakir, and I would have liked the promo to have gone on a bit longer actually, because she was peeling away sort of layers to her personality towards Michael Cole. I would have liked to have maybe to have kept talking because do you know what? Raquel's actually a really good talker. She's very, you can tell she's a very, very educated woman. She's got a good voice, good tone, good cadence. She can hold a crowd. I definitely think there's a massive upside to Raquel Rodriguez. I would like to see her get the big belt at some point. Whether it's going to happen at this year's WrestleMania, I would doubt at the minute. Um, Unless obviously the care story is going to be long term and Stephanie drops the belt to her at Mania. I wouldn't have thought so. Can she wrestle Jade Cargill? It'd be a hell of a match, but probably you probably can't have heel versus heel. If one of them was a face, I would very much like to see that match because they're both two very, very strong human beings. And yeah, maybe Raquel can get in that conversation, but maybe after Mania, look, I don't know. I did think the segment made Stephanie Vaquer look incredibly stupid again. Like this is 2 weeks on the bounce now, because she came out with just like a boot again this week, and then Raquel Rodriguez says, "All right, I'll go away." And then Stephanie Vaquer starts cutting this promo in like Spanish, and looks away, and Raquel Rodriguez just runs back out and goes clothesline, dink, and then kicks her in the foot a couple of times, and I'm like, well, how did I know Raquel Rodriguez is a very, very strong woman, but how did she break all those people that were guarding her from Vakir in the first place? And why did Vakir come out when she's already had her leg nearly broken by Raquel Rodriguez in storyline? Obviously, I just thought it was my only minor complaint. I just thought it was a bit daft in terms of like the build up to it, but it's just probably just me being a grumpy old man. To be fair, what happened after that? Yeah, like I said, after that, it kind of went downhill a bit, really, to be honest. That's why I'm probably not going to be on too long tonight, guys, because I didn't think it was the most noteworthy Raw. I mean, I'm getting to the cool bits in a second, but we've now got Alpha Academy, as in, I always forget, Tozawa and, I've completely forgot his name. Tozawa and the big guy. Nope, completely forgot his name. You know who I'm on about, though. Apparently, they're going to be fighting the Usos for the tag team championships, and Jey Uso was brought in for a promo but didn't actually perform on the tour. I mean, I'm sure he's performed on the European tour, but he wasn't performing in Dusseldorf, but they just had him there cutting the promo. And I was like, did Jey Uso need to be there for a 2 minute promo? Um, yeah, it was a bit weird. And the reason that happened is I forgot her name now as well. Bloody hell, this isn't going well, is it? Um, the girl that's just lost her title to Becky Lynch. She's just lost the IC title. Maxine Dupree. Yeah, basically, she sort of challenged her stablemates to go in, do something and win tag team titles. So they went, "Oh right, I'll go and challenge Jey Uso," and Jey Uso said, "Yeah, we'll do that." And I'm like, "Okay, I mean, just what are we doing here? Are we just making matches that whoever we put?" Look, and I've always said this: it's pro wrestling. You've got to suspend your disbelief. But I mean, it is just like it's kind of turned into these days like people just organising matches themselves. Look, this happened back in the day, obviously, when in the Attitude Era, and I'm not going to say it didn't, but mostly a lot of the times you would have the hook at the start of Monday Night Raw in the Attitude Era. Um, wow, that's charming, Kazana. Yeah, no, I actually have quite serious diabetes as well, actually, that I need medical attention and treatments for. So I hope you feel good about yourself, mate. Anthony Humphrey, I support Liverpool. Good man. So do I. I actually went to see them, Anthony, the other day. If you want to check out anything of the channel, um, it's all on there. It's under Geek Boy Does Liverpool, which is the playlist for all the Liverpool stuff, which you're more than welcome to check out. Went to see Liverpool versus Barnsley the other day. It was boss, as the Scousers once said. Thoroughly enjoyed being at Anfield. Love the club, and yeah, I'm back in Leeds now. And don't tell this to anyone, but I am seriously gutted. Oh, let's have a look. Funny boy. Kazano, I do feel good about myself. Well, Kazano, you can feel good, sunshine. After I've put you in the Hall of Fame. Let's have a look. Sorry about this, guys, but I do tend to put these idiots on the wrong wall. You can feel good about yourself on someone else's live stream. Bye, tosser. Um, let's have a look. Leo, hi Leo, you're all right. Anthony Humphrey, have a good day. Oh, cheers, mate. Hopefully, Leo, that's not directed towards me. Hopefully, it's directed towards the other person. Yeah. Sorry, that guy's just really thrown me off now. I really, really do not like. This is the only what. Oh, what the other person? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Dude. You've got my dad's name, by the way. What's for? Yeah, look, guys, this is one of the joys about doing YouTube and this, that, and the other, because obviously it's unfiltered and it's just like, yeah, I'll be honest, I do like, I haven't got confirmed diabetes actually, but I do actually have diabetes and it's not really been hugely helpful the last couple of years. And it's like, yeah, if you want to come and take the piss and say I'm a big fat bloke, I mean, you can do all you want to, sunshine. It doesn't affect me in the slightest whatsoever. It's more the fact that I have to tolerate and put up with like ignoramuses and morons, because I don't specialise in catering towards people with that sort of problem, unfortunately. But in this day and age, you have to, sadly. So anyway, he's gone. Hopefully, he'll be rolling around in his own filth in a ditch somewhere, I would have thought. Let's have a look. I gave you a blessed day to you and your family. Oh, thanks very much, mate. Cheers. To you as well, Anthony. Um, yeah, so going back to Raw after we've got rid of that guy. Yeah, oh yeah, this was the thing. So you had Division against Dragon Lee and Penta. To be honest, I must admit I missed most of the match because I was running around doing other bits and pieces. But the real story from this one was Bron Breakker. That spear that he did on Dragon Lee, where they just captured it on the hard cam and him running like a million miles an hour. I think that spear was better than the Carlito spear. I don't know if it's as good as the iShow Speed, where basically it was like RIP Speed. But yeah, those spears that Bron Breakker does are absolutely, they're absolutely sensational. And Bron is it, he's definitely going to be the next guy. I don't think there's any question about it now. Bron Breakker is an absolute superstar. I mean, when Roman starts hanging him up and Cody starts getting a bit older, I think Bron Breakker is the guy basically now. Don't think there's any disputing that, to be quite honest. But the real thing was that Adam Pearce came running out because he'd already told Heyman early in the show, like, I do not want this guy ruining. Let's have a look. I hope you live long and get the best day of your life tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Cheers, mate. Hello, Anthony. Yeah, and basically, folks, for want of a better phrase, basically, Bron Breakker put his hands on Pearce, and I don't think anyone's actually touched Pearce, to be honest. I know Aldis got RKO'd. Why have I got a number one next to my name? Oh, it's when you comment the most, Anthony, so it makes you like the number one not commentator, the number one commenter, if you see what I mean. So the more you comment, you get like I don't think it's like a reward, but you get told that you're the best commenter kind of thing. So yeah, Bron Breakker actually put his hands on Adam Pearce, who then suspended him. But then Heyman pointed out he was just like, "Yeah, well, you're the one that touched Bron Breakker first." And then Adam Pearce literally went, "Oh no!" So, I mean, not that he actually touched him that much. He literally got his shoulder and spat him round, but he did say Bron Breakker was suspended. I'm assuming that now means that his suspension will be storyline kayfabe overturned. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But I would imagine Bron will be in Ireland with the rest of the division. Which I stay safe. I hope you have a very good day. Oh, thank you, Anthony. You as well, mate. You as well. Have a good day yourself, fella. So yeah, that'll be interesting going forward in terms of Bron Breakker. I mean, like I said, he's split from the rest of the division now. Not split, but like he's far and away the most watch-worthy person in that stable. Not really sure about the theory thing at the minute. Kind of seems a bit weird, but I'll give it a chance. And then what the one thing I did love when Bron Breakker told Adam Pearce to kiss his ass, and Adam Pearce turned around and said, "No, you kiss my ass." Just literally sat there in hysterics. I just thought this is absolutely priceless, you know. So yeah, Bronze got suspended, and then we ended up with AJ Styles versus Gunther. And at this point, I can turn my thing off because I can remember the rest of my notes. Yeah, the AJ Styles and Gunther match was fantastic. It wasn't the best match that either of them have ever had, but it was utterly captivating. I like and subscribe. Hopefully, you'll get a good channel and become famous. Oh, thank you very much, Anthony. Well, thank you for subscribing. That's very, very decent of you, pal. I can't see me ever getting famous, to be honest. But we'll keep going. We'll give it a go. People seem to like what I do. Other than the troll people who are just like wet wipes and idiots that I have no interest in whatsoever. But yeah, thank you very much for that, mate. It's very, very much appreciated, pal. Yeah, like I said, the Gunther AJ match was really good. That's my style of wrestling. It was proper picking a body part to exploit. The match made sense. It was well timed. They didn't rush through everything. They told a good story. Excellent submission moves. And the anyone here listen to everything you say. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. Well, like to be honest, obviously, a lot of people tend to listen to the pod because this comes out as a podcast, basically, mate. So a lot of people tend to listen to it after I've recorded it, if you see what I mean. I just do it live to save time, basically. But people seem to like live, so whatever. But yeah, that's fine, dude. That's fine. Yeah, but the Gunther AJ Styles match was really good. I really like the way that AJ sold the thing where Gunther tapped as well. That was a very, very nice touch. So well done to both lads on that one. But like I said, guys, Gunther basically won. The Germans are very happy with it. In terms of my review for Monday Night Raw, that's pretty much it, to be completely honest. Let me just have a look. Yeah, so in terms of wrestling wise, I will be back on. SmackDown is on Friday. Unfortunately, I am probably going to have to do the review of SmackDown on Saturday night because I think I've got a family thing. I'm not totally sure. I need to find out tomorrow what's cracking up. So if I don't do it live straight after SmackDown, it'll be the usual time for SmackDown review on Friday night. The usual time for SmackDown review will be on Saturday night because I can't usually watch it, but it is on British TV. So yeah, I'll let you guys know about that. In terms of Monday Night Raw next week, I should be able to do it actually on Monday, which will be a nice change, very very nice change of pace. So like I said, it's coming from Ireland, which is good for me because I can basically watch it. Um, I'm not sure if SmackDown the week after is still from Britain. I think they've go back to America by that point, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I should be able to do some live reactions to the British ones coming up soon, basically. So just keep an eye out for that. Like I said, just wanted to thank everyone again that liked and subscribed. All the Liverpool stuff. That honestly, it was awesome going around Merseyside. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great watching the Reds. Great being around Liverpool. I love the city. Love the Scousers. I totally feel at home there, and it's just such an awesome place. Lovely people. So everyone that was nice to me in Liverpool and everything, and that followed me the last couple of days, just swig of water to all seers. Yeah, it's been really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Right, in terms of what's coming, guys, because well, in fact, first of all, for those of you who will end up listening on the podcast, I usually give Match the Night and a review. I think my grade for Raw, it was better than last week's. I think I'll give it a B minus. It was all right. It just wasn't anything. It wasn't an A plus show or anything like that. Just a good solid B minus. It wasn't particularly wonderful. It wasn't particularly awful, basically. And Match of the Night for me definitely was AJ Styles versus Gunther. And shout out to those two. It was a really good match. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, that's the review of Monday Night Raw, basically. In terms of what's coming up next, then, so my schedule, I should, because I've got the schedule in front of me, I should be doing the reaction to AEW, which is tonight. Which, had I thought about this, I've actually got the week off. And had I been a clever person, I could have done live reaction to AEW tonight. Which I've now gutted that I thought of that, but still. Yeah, so there'll be live AEW reaction tomorrow night. Friday night, hopefully there'll be a SmackDown live reaction. I'm not sure what's happening on that day. Like I said, just leave it with me and I'll change my channel alerts and let you guys know. Saturday, I'll be back on about 6 o'clock for Liverpool versus Burnley live reaction. So all the people that saw me in Liverpool can now see me do my live reaction from my house, basically, which will be cool for all of us. So that'll be on Saturday night. If SmackDown, if I end up not doing it on Friday, I'll be doing it on Saturday evening, basically. Then after that, like I said, I should be doing Monday Night Raw next week after Monday Night Raw, because like I said, it's from Ireland, so I'd imagine I'll be able to go on live about 10:30. I might even go on whilst it's still going on, if you see what I mean, like sort of a mini watch along. In fact, that's what I might do if Punk and Balor go on last, which you'd assume they would, being a world title fight. I might go on for that basically and just do like a semi watch along and then a live reaction, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, that's 10:30 next week, and then taking us up because it's Wednesday today, and I still don't know what the hell's going. I haven't caught up since Christmas. I haven't got it is because basically I went back to work for a couple of weeks, and then I had this week off as well. So and now all of a sudden I've looked and we're halfway through January, and I'm literally like, what is going on? This is so weird. Um, but yeah, next Tuesday would usually be the Monday Night Raw reaction, which it won't be because I'll be watching it on Monday. Oh yeah, a week on Wednesday. Um, oh, nice one, Anthony. Cheers. Lovely to speak to you tonight, mate. And thank you for liking and subscribing. It's very much appreciated. Good night, mate. Take care of yourself. Welcome back anytime, by the way. Wednesday will be Marseille versus Liverpool live reaction, which will be at around 10:30, 11 o'clock, give or take. And yeah, that's basically everything that's coming up. I don't think I've got anything else to say, guys. Like I said, I was never going to be on too long this evening because I am genuinely absolutely shattered. So basically, my quick story about Liverpool, whilst I've got people. So watched the Liverpool game. Spent the next day in Merseyside. Was having a really really good day. I won't go into everything. But yeah, it was really really cool. Obviously saw the match, which was awesome, and then I went to go leave Liverpool to go back to Leeds, only for a train to break down somewhere on the line between Leeds and Liverpool, buggering up all the trains basically. And I won't go into the whole thing, but basically I was meant to be back in. Do you know what time you're going? Probably, but I'll probably be on about another couple of minutes, Anthony. If that maybe between 2 and 5 minutes, I would have thought, because like I said, I've got some bits and pieces to do myself. I've got a Substack article to write yet, which I was meant to have posted, because I do all that stuff as well. But yeah, just very very quickly. Long story short, basically because of the train being suspended, I then had to go from Liverpool to Manchester. So I went to Liverpool to Manchester, got myself a National Express coach ticket, put myself in the pub, but then realised I was wearing Liverpool regalia, which isn't very sensible to do in Manchester in the dead of night. So I had to go upstairs into this pub, get myself changed, turn my jacket around because there were these fellows who were looking at me suspiciously, and I was just like, I don't need to get beat up in Manchester for wearing Liverpool stuff. I really don't. So yeah, basically survived that one. Went back to the coach station, only to then find that the coach had been delayed for an hour, and then it took 2 hours to get back to Leeds. So basically, long story short, I should have been back home midnight at the latest last night. I ended up rolling in at 4 o'clock in the morning, and my vaunted wife had to come and get me up this morning because basically I ended up having my dinner, which I couldn't get because of all the delays, at like I think it was 4:30 in the morning, and then subsequently I then fell asleep, only for the wife to then wake me up to say that she was going to work and my son was going to work, go not going to work, who was going to school basically. So yeah, the reason I'm telling you that is I'm thoroughly shattered. I really, really like going to do all my adventures and stuff. I love going to see wrestling. I love going to Comic Cons. I love going to see Liverpool horror conventions, all that business that's on the channel. It's really, really cool. But if it's like a 2 day event that I've just done, I am absolutely effing shattered, basically, to be honest. Do you live in the UK? Yes, I do, Anthony. I live in Leeds. I'm literally, you can't see where my arm's going, but 10 minutes that way is Ellen Road. I live probably about 10, 20 minutes away from Ellen Road, just the other side. But yeah, I'm from Leeds, mate. Um, but yeah, basically, folks, the reason I'm telling you that is I do you? Oh, nice one, mate. I know exactly where Scarborough is. I know exactly where Scarborough is. I have a family member, technically, strictly speaking, from Scarborough. I shall tell Mrs. Metten about that tomorrow. She's going to be well pleased. Oh, nice one, mate. Coolio, coolio. I won't give her name for obvious reasons, but you know. But yeah, no, she used to live in Scarborough for like a couple of decades, something along them lines. Yeah, no, last time I went to Scarborough, mate, was what was the last time I went to Scarborough? Probably about a year ago, because my mum-in-law lives up there. I really want to go back because I've got this really, really random, crazy idea about doing some filming in Scarborough because I'm like a massive horror movie fan as well. I've got like a horror movie playlist on my channel, and I really love that St Maud's film because obviously they filmed it in Scarborough, and so I watched it with my missus. Um, Oh, oh, good grief, Anthony. Well, you're a lot younger than me, put it that way. Um, but yeah, there used to be uh, basically there was this film called St Maud's that they filmed in Scarborough, and I want to go around because I'm like I said, I'm a massive horror movie fan, finding all the different locations. So that's what I'm going to try and do next time I'm in Scarborough. Also, as well, I do football stadium tours, so I wouldn't mind going to Scarborough's ground because I think they've got a new ground or something like that. Not new, but I think it was a newish one, but from about 5, 6, 7 years ago, whenever it was. But yeah, there we go. Am I saying too much? No, no, not at all, Anthony. Not at all, mate. Not at all. You keep talking, pal. Like I said, this is what it's there for. So yeah, no, not at all, mate. You're more than welcome. Um, yeah, and I think basically, folks, that's pretty much it. Why was I telling you about Liverpool for? I can't remember. So yeah, basically, long story short, I got in really, really late last night, and I've got to be honest, guys, I did have a sleep, but then I had a boatload of stuff and things to write up and post today on the channel. I am absolutely shattered. So I'm going to bed basically, and I'm going to enjoy sleeping until about midday tomorrow afternoon because I'm thoroughly shattered and I'm looking forward to my sleep. But yes, there we go. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you very much, Anthony, for you watching as well, mate. It's been a pleasure to speak to you, young man. Like I said, dude, comment as much as you want to. You're always welcome. You're always welcome to speak on this channel, and just take care of yourself. And I hope the phone situation can be resolved. But yeah, good luck to you with that. Yeah, good night to yourself, mate. And yeah, folks, that's pretty much it. So the next time I'll be on, let me just think, I might be on tomorrow night for AEW live reaction. There's something that's telling me that I can't, but I'm not sure. I think I should be able to do it tomorrow. I don't think there's a. Oh, no, that's it. If I do AEW live reaction, it might have to be early in the morning, saying that actually because I have got, that's the one I need, as the gentleman pointed out. But yes, so yeah, that's a very good point. You can tell how disorganised I am, just literally like just making up this stuff off the top of my head as I go along. Like I said, this channel, folks, to be honest, for anyone watching, the people who watch the videos when they've been recorded, people who have known me for like 3 or 4 years will know that I'm not the most organised person. A lot of this stuff I just do on the fly, basically. So, yeah, AEW wise might end up being lunchtime, maybe just before my son comes back from school. Sort of time. Leave that one with us. I'm not too sure about that, but there's basically scope for me to do it, but it might be in the middle of the day or something like that. I don't think I can do it in the evening because I've got the gym. Anyway, you guys don't need to know about that. I have school tomorrow. If you start at like 12, I can't watch it. All right, okay, Anthony, fair enough. I'll see what like I said, but a lot of these videos are already basically get processed and then they end up on the channel anyway. So I'm always on. I'm usually on like every single day at the minute. And there's always videos on the channel to watch anyway. So if I don't do AEW tomorrow, it will be the next time I'll be on will be possibly SmackDown on Friday. I'll basically, long story short, I'll be on like pretty much every single night for the next week or so. And then I'll be getting back to sort of normal times and stuff. Also, as well, I'll be watching the Royal Rumble, guys, as well, which is 2 weeks on Sunday, I think, which I'm really looking forward to because I love the Royal Rumble. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, I'm waffling. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, Anthony. You take care of yourself as well, and bless your family as well, mate. Thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate it, mate. Take care of yourself, man. Right. Have a lovely evening, folks, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.